We're headed straight for Dark Waters 9. There's no turning back. We have no time to lose. Hyper mode, activate!
Going quantum.
Dark Waters 9 quantum leap successful.
Neuronavigation rendering online. Oxygen levels 100%. Welcome back, Jet.
If your brain isn't enjoying the song, it's obeying it. Is it true that people become the music that they listen to?
Why does the skeleton have such pretty armor? It's because he is one of the soldiers of God. An early Christian martyr, St. Pancras, was beheaded at 14. He is the patron saint of jobs. Why does this?
That armor is absolutely insane. Do you guys see that? Looks like something out of Elden Ring or Dark Souls.
What happened to the giant of Kandahar? It's been years and no new information has surfaced. If for some reason you do not know the story of the giant of Kandahar, it was an enormous humanoid creature allegedly encountered and taken out by a group of army soldiers on a mountainside in Afghanistan. Now, the last interesting piece of information I have is the interview with the pilot. Now, if you haven't heard this story before, this will probably leave you in amazement.
It was a completely normal mission for us. We were not alerted for anything abnormal. It was in the middle of the day. I remember coming into a base in Afghanistan called Bagram. Back in those days, it was pretty austere. It was an old Russian air base that we were using. It's basically built in a bowl in the mountains where you have to stay high right up in the last minute, and then you basically come screaming back down to land. And then we were met at the aircraft by what we later on called the babysitters, but they kind of introduced themselves and said, hey, no cameras, nobody's taking pictures here, we're moving some high-value stuff. When the load got there, we're very, of course, curious to see what it was, because that's just the way you are when you're told that you're not allowed to have a camera. They say this thing had been dead for maybe a day or two, but it stunk. And when I say stunk, I've smelled dead things before, but this had a more of a, I want to say a musky stink, kind of a, not really a decay, but more of a, if somebody hadn't taken a shower in like 10 years type of a musky stink is all I can tell you. And it was basically a dead
Putrid.
guy, and this guy was extremely large. And when I say large, our pallets are basically, if I remember correctly, about 9 by 12 feet or so. This guy was laying in a fetal position on the pallet. So he filled the pallet. We estimated his size at approximately 12 to 10 feet tall. I did see his skin color. I was expecting somebody of more Arabic descent, being in Afghanistan and all. I know he was dead, but he was very pale, very white. Another thing that us and the rest of the crew did was we took our feet. He was in a fetal position, so you could take your feet and put it kind of, you could see where his feet were there, and they were wrapped up. He did not have shoes on, but he had like looked like he was wrapping them in some kind of a canvas type stuff. But we were sticking our feet up next to his feet, and his feet were extremely big. We know that the standard weight on one of those pallets is about 1,500 pounds, and I do remember that the loadmaster did the weights, and it was around 1,100 pound guy.
What happened to the giant of Kandahar? It's been years and no new
Man, how compelling was that story? He said they put their feet up next to it. That sounds like something I'd do. Man, what's going on with the Kandahar giant?
He's just trapping and cursing people through like his street performance.
What?
A guy in Italy, in Florence. Oh, it's crazy.
What happens to him?
So two guys who are really like into Christianity and stuff like that, they walk around and they see the guy, right? And they notice something. After the pose, he always finds a way to grab their hand and put his hand on top of their head. And then they saw his eyes fluttering.
Oh,
underneath his eyelids. They went back to the room and they said, oh God, next time I see him, can you show me what's going on with this person? Because there's already bad energy. They go back. They see the guy still doing that to people. And he said the Holy Spirit showed him cobwebs over him. You know what
does that
cobwebs
mean?
In the spiritual realm? That's witchcraft.
Really?
Yeah.
And I could see in the spirit realm, like this man was just surrounded by what looked like a lot of swirling dark clouds made out of like shadowy spider webs. Spider webs in the spirit realm are always symbolic. It's always witchcraft. It's like what witchcraft looks like in the spirit realm.
So he's doing curses, and whenever they walk away, they see the same cobwebs over that person.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's a trap, fam. He's just trapping and cursing people.
Oh man, you do gotta admit he does look kind of creepy and eerie. Like what is going on? Is it Halloween in this town? Nobody else is dressed up. Is he like some type of ghost? Old world ghost or something? What is going on here? That does remind me of the time when Jesus was walking through the crowd and somebody hand out and like touched his garment and he said, "Who touched me? For I feel virtue has left me." You know, that's why I really don't like people touching me, to be honest. You know, you gotta get your kung fu on and block all that. Even in the spirit realm, I'm trying to level up on my kung fu.
Have you tried the lasagna? It's my favorite.
Give me that.
Did you catch a game last night?
Mm-hmm.
Is it still hot out there? Do you like hot fudge sundaes?
Yeah.
All right. Have you tried the...
Man, I miss Old Country Buffet. That used to be my spot. That had the little chocolate cakes in those bowls, the chocolate milk you could with that giant silver handle. Man.
This is Wolf Creek Pass, and we're looking at that planet-like object. There actually looks like there's two there. You'll notice that the markings on them, they do not stay in the same place, so whatever's in the sky is actually rotating. This is the FAA weather cameras at Wolf Creek Pass, Colorado. This is Wolf Creek Pass, and we're looking at...
Then what is it? It definitely looks like a planet, like the craters inside of it, but that can't be it. This has to be some type of orb close up, if you ask me.
In 1971, archaeologists made a breathtaking discovery: the Scythian gold pectoral. Crafted in the 4th century BC, this masterpiece of pure gold, weighing about 2.6 pounds, depicts intricate scenes of Scythian life, animals, and mythological creatures. In 1970...
Did you see those pieces? How extraordinary is this? What are they carrying? Looks like an anvil, maybe some type of smithing. Yeah, some type of craftsman going on here with the anvil. The question I want to know now is, where is it at now? How can I see this? Or is it locked deep under the Vatican somewhere? I guess there was like some type of heist where they took all the jewels from some museum or something. You didn't hear about that? Man, check this out. Fire Marshal Bill, let me show you something. Let me show you something.
How long does it take to dismantle some of these brooches, to cut some of these gems?
Unfortunately, it can be done within an hour. So that's why there's a race going on. In past museum thefts, I used to get phone calls from criminals, from fences, from people who say, "Oh, I have access to these items. I want a reward. Or I'm holding them for ransom. I want a payment before I cooperate." Now what we're seeing is criminals melting things down for the value of the precious metals, recutting the stones to be able to sell them. No one would ever know where they came from. No one would ever know that these were Napoleon III's jewels or the important crown jewels of France.
They're probably melting. What did they take?
Was like something out of a movie. France's crown jewels stolen right out of the Louvre in broad daylight. Thieves dressed in uniforms used a ladder to reach a window that led to the Apollo room of the Louvre. Then they used a disc cutter to slice through the window panes, climbed inside, and with tourists walking around the place, smashed a glass display case and stole jewels with inestimable value. France's interior minister said the heist took only 7 minutes, and it occurred just about 30 minutes after the museum had opened. Now, the Louvre is the busiest museum in the world, and visitors inside were quickly ushered out, and the museum was closed as the investigation began. So, what was stolen? An emerald necklace and earrings from Empress Marie-Louise.
Hold on, let's go in detail. Empress Marie-Louise. Empress necklace and earrings of Empress Marie-Louise. All right, we gotta locate this one so we can get an in-depth view
like
of
something
each one, guys. Empress necklace and earrings of Empress Marie-Louise.
1810. Napoleon commissioned a parure for his second wife, the Empress Marie-Louise, for their marriage. The parure consisted of a diadem, necklace, earrings, and comb, all in emeralds and diamonds, acquired by Van Cleef and Arpels in 1953. The emeralds were removed from the diadem and sold individually in jewelry. Later, Van Cleef mounted turquoise into the diadem. Today the diadem can be found in the Smithsonian. In 1810,
Are you kidding me? They snatched all this up and nobody's seen it? Oh my goodness. That sounds like an inside job. What's this? They got security from Temu just out there. Oh yeah, go check it out. Oh my goodness. It is mighty fishy. They don't have any cameras. Look at the size of these stones. Is that one giant sapphire sitting in there? Look at those giant gems. Man, this is definitely out of a movie. But it's real. This is real life. Look at the size of those. Emerald necklace? Are those one giant big diamond? Look at this. It looks like a toy. Like the size of it isn't even real. Man. They stole about $1 billion in jewelry. This has to be the largest heist ever. They collecting the Infinity Stones. Talk to me. What's going on, y'all? They trying to make the Infinity Gauntlet, snatching the Power Stone? What's going on?
And earrings from Empress Marie-Louise, a large jewel-encrusted bow, a crown.
Did we see this jewel-encrusted bow? No, we didn't. Eugenie's brooch, antique diamond bow brooch. Yeah, we just seen 3 pieces, but there was a lot more. This was a free-for-all by the looks of it. I'm sorry about this dirty hat, y'all. I don't be looking at myself too much in the mirror. I see it on camera like, man, I need to throw this hat away. We've been on these waters rough riding for a little bit too long. I'm sorry, y'all. Where were we? Eugenie's brooch. I'm feeling a little dirty looking at all this expensive Didn't they say come as you are? Hey, you can't tell it's that bad if I flip it around backwards. Eugenie's Grouch. Antique. Diamond. Bow Brouch. I could be saying that wrong. Aha, here it is. Wow, here's another piece. They just quick smash that, grab both of those, the crown, this diamond encrusted bow tie. How fancy do you gotta be to rock one of these?
Crusted bow, a crown, necklace, and ear.
And we did see those on the other previous one.
Earrings worn by Queen Marie-Amélie, and what is believed to be a crown worn by the Empress Eugenie, wife of Napoleon III. And get this, the crown was later found outside of the museum, apparently dropped by the thieves. French daily Le Parisien reported that the crown had been broken. And this is not the first heist at the iconic Paris Museum. The most famous came in 1911, when the Mona Lisa was stolen by Vincenzo Perugia, a former worker who hid inside the museum and walked out with the painting under his coat. It was later recovered 2 years later in Florence, and that incident helped make Leonardo da Vinci's portrait the most famous piece of artwork in the world.
Man, I hope that they get it back. You know, I was looking at museums yesterday, like, man, what museums would I love to go to one day? And Paris came in mind, and I asked myself just yesterday, I was like, I wonder if Paris has a museum. Because The Devil Wears Prada was on, and I was watching that for a little bit.
What is happening now is a global investigation. This, unfortunately, the stealing of art from museums has happened before. And what has been built up through Interpol, the International Agency of Law Enforcement, is it triggers a global investigation. They have a unit called the Cultural Artifacts Unit that investigates these kinds of crimes. There's a database of stolen art in which people who have had things stolen or people who think that they may have encountered something that was stolen try to align what they see. The reason why this international organization exists, standing behind and in support of what France is doing right now, is because time is of the essence. If someone steals a painting, it only has a value because the painting remains intact. If someone steals an oriental carpet, the same. They want to keep the carpet intact. Jewelry is different. Gold can be melted and resold. Diamonds can be chiseled apart. They don't even need to be resold on a black market. They can be sold on the public market because buyers won't know where they came from. So when the French president says he hopes to find the culprits very soon, that's not only aspirational, it is of necessity. These jewels will enter a market relatively soon, and time is of the essence, not just in France, but global investigators who are trying to search for who took it and
that emerald necklace is serious.
Who might be trying to sell them.
Oh my goodness, look at the internet. That's for sale. Contact if you're serious. I can't stand them. One more time, y'all. This is another look. Wow, that comb? Did they get that pick? Wow. Are those pearls? Look, those pearls look like eye drops. That's a pearl, right? All this was snatched in 7 minutes. Were they just punching the window and snatching? And then they drop the crown. Look at that picture, and look at the building that this museum is in. This whole building is a dive itself. Louvre tour. Let's see what the building looks like, because look at the old world structure all around in the inside of this museum. Activate submersible. We gotta see the building. Louvre. Wow. I gotta travel the world. I be inside in these waters, man. It is a beautiful world out. I feel like Aladdin, a whole new world. Look at this. Look at this building. Man, how fancy. I would just be looking at the building before I actually walked inside. They got a pyramid in the front. And look, this old world structure. Who built this? Tickets $91. Man. I wanted to see that emerald necklace, but it's gone. Here's another 108 carat Colombian emerald surrounded by 72 diamonds. Sheesh. 108.88 carats. This is just an honorable mention before we get to our specimen. It just dazzles.
And start the match on simultaneously. Takayasu pounding all the way, and Mitakeumi gets beat so quickly. Wow, Takayasu, no mercy. And start the match on
That reminds me of that 100-hand slap on Street Fighter. Now it makes sense. That
Can't really show you Bruce. I'm gonna show you me.
I was not expecting that. Man, he is a beast. He does that every day. That could be a good workout, man. Didn't break a single plate. Wonder if they got some foam ones. I gotta start with some foam ones first, you know.
It is because the bottom of the well is an untouched reservoir of natural resources. Strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole, that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.
With a tremendous
So there's a lot of adventure left down at the bottom of the world.
Right up to the ice barrier of the Ross Sea shelf, behind which lay the Bay of Whales and Little America. The only entrance was through a miraculous
Whoa, that does look like a path, doesn't it? Straight through the ice wall. That is crazy.
canyon in the ice barrier. Narrow gap no more than 400 yards wide and slowly closing every day. Through this, the ships disappeared, one by one, creeping between giant jaws of ice that loomed threateningly off either bow. A harmless threat, though, for all emerged without mishap into the Bay of Whales.
Interesting. What was that giant gap? Could it have been a tree? You tell me. If you thought I didn't have another excellent specimen for you today, besides those pieces in the museum, think again.
Do you know how long this emerald took to form? The formation of natural emeralds in Colombia, or anywhere for that matter, is indeed a marvel of nature's patience and geological processes. Typically, it takes millions of years for emeralds to form under the right conditions under the Earth's crust. In the case of Colombian emeralds, the unique quality and color are attributed to specific geological conditions found in the country's emerald mining regions. To put it into perspective, consider this. Every time you encounter a natural emerald like this one, or this one, it's as rare as stumbling upon a dinosaur's fossil. Both occurrences are incredibly infrequent due to the immense spans of time involved in their creation. Just as dinosaurs roamed the earth millions of years ago, emeralds took their time to develop, slowly crystallizing over eons in the depths of the earth. So the next time you admire a Colombian emerald, remember that you're holding a piece of history that has quietly formed over countless millennia. Do you know?
I wonder how emeralds are really made.
Rhino emerald is the largest uncut emerald, 725 carats, 1.505 kilograms, according to Guinness World Records certificate. This is the largest high-quality emerald ever found in Gemfields Kagan mine in Zambia, an extraordinary single crystal chip and bell. The Rhino emerald is...
Guys, we already know what we're going to call this one. We already know what we're going to call this one. I'll give you a hint. It's from Superman. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Kryptonite. Let's go. That's all we got for today's video. If you made it this far, the code word is Old Country Buffet. Go ahead and drop Old Country Buffet in the comments below. When you do that, that lets me know you're a real one. You made it all the way through the video and you really rock with your boy. And I just want to say thank you for your support. This was the most mysterious TikToks on the internet today. Till next time. Peace out.